It's a random night, isn't it not? Because it's on a Saturday. But I want to, of course, greet everybody. My name is KG Prestige. Welcome everyone back again for another exciting week of anime talk, pod talk, Q&A talk. I don't really know what we're going to be doing here tonight, but I hope it's going to be a fun one anyway, because of course we absolutely love doing these kind of things with you folks, and we hope you guys will have just as much fun as we do chit-chatting about some of the things that have been going on within the past couple of days, actually, because we did our regular Antipod back on Monday. So if you haven't had a chance to watch that yet, of course, it's still in the archive, so make sure to go check that out, because we did discuss the recent episode of Pocket Monsters 2019, the dub, and many other topics as well. So if you guys are into this, the anti-poke side of things, you will definitely enjoy that. But tonight, folks, we're going to continue on a little bit that we didn't get a chance to talk about on Monday night, and of course there are things we want to talk about in this one that's exclusive for this night. And I can hear from the mic noise that a pal of mine has decided to hop into the call. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Nice. How you doing, buddy?
The floof.
Yeah, the floof. Hey, how you doing, Evie?
Hope you've been doing good. It's been a long time, my friend. So we got a lot to catch up on.
Yes, indeed, buddy. Yes, indeed. There's so much to get into. It's like absolutely insane. We need to find ways to catch up, especially for one anime in particular that I absolutely love so very much. But of course, before we get into any of that, we just need to make sure everything is running A-okay, fine and dandy and all, so we can, continue going from there. But of course, once again, everybody, to those who are watching us tonight, thank you guys so much for tuning in on a random Saturday night without really any notice. Absolutely appreciate that. And we're just going to be simply talking away regarding some anime stuff and other things that might have not necessarily fit into the discussion back on Monday. So, yeah, let's see how things turn out. But of course, I know just literally yesterday, of course, a brand new game just came out that everybody, of course, is excited for. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX. Actually, what is it called again? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, actually, to be exact.
So that can...
repeat that again, Evie?
So that came out yesterday?
Yes, indeed. It did just come out yesterday. I got my copy of it today. I actually never got a chance to play it yet because I've been busy with other games at the moment. But I will definitely give it a shot soon, and I'll probably give my full impressions on it on Monday's pod regarding how I think of Mystery Dungeon DX. Because, I mean, it's the remake of the very first Mystery Dungeon game, where can you go from there, right? Somebody said Dragalia Lost. Right. How did you know? How did you know that it was going to be Dragalia Lost, man? Like, God damn it, you guys always can read me so far away. But really, it is Dragalia Lost. I've been playing a lot of Dragalia, so, that's been the thing. But, I'm not obsessed with Dragalia. I'm not even, listen, if you're going to talk about people who are obsessed with Dragalia, talk to the people who are at level 200 in that game. I'm only 151, okay? That's weak compared to those that are 200, all right? I only just caught up to the 151, man. It's absolutely bonkers how far you have to put effort into this game to get to 200, which I'm not trying to. That's 49 levels close to 200, though. Listen, man. Listen. Stop trying to take my Dragalias, man. I love this game so much. Seriously, I need to start being consistent with, streaming Dragalia Lost. I really do love the game, but it's just so hard to really kind of to play the game and also pay attention to what's also being said on the chat as well. So, I'll figure something out.
So you're telling me you're playing Dragalia Lost right now?
Yes.
No.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll put the photo up. Okay, there you go.
Sir, I understand your love for Dragalia Lost, but we got a important match to attend to.
Oh man, yes, I know. We got to review. Yeah. We got to review the people reviewing brothels really soon. Of course, we'll get to that in just a bit. But for now, we're just, of course, starting our night here. We're just chit-chatting with you guys in the chat, because why the hell not, right? Dragalia Lost can wait. No, it needs to be found, guys. Come on. That's why it is lost, okay? I'm trying to find it. I want to be the first person to find the Dragalia that is lost. But anyway...
speaking of mobile games, for those of you Fire Emblem Heroes followers, there's a new banner that came around the corner, which, for those of you who have played Fire Emblem 3, we got a new particular set of units from that set game.
And one of my favorite girls, I believe, is in it.
Like Cynthia.
Aside from her,
Bernie.
Yeah. Although, like, Cynthia's artwork in that game is absolutely crisp clean, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh yeah, like Fire Emblem Heroes. I love the variety, how they do their arc for some of these characters. Some of them are just like crisp, clean. Some of them are just adorable, like Cynthia's artwork, of course.
She looks even younger than she does in Three Houses, man.
But hey, I don't mind it one bit.
Oh hell no! I ain't like judging or anything. No, I absolutely love it. I'm not saying I don't, but man, it's good. It's really good. Somebody was talking about actually before I continue, what were you gonna say, Evie?
No, I was just gonna say, I saved up to 120 Yorbs just for this moment, and I didn't waste any money for this. Thankfully.
So you're not made good.
No. It's just what happened was that I think 1 month ago was when I started to get back into Fire Emblem Heroes after months of. So I missed out on a lot when it comes to playing through the campaign, and when you play through those campaign missions, you earn orbs out of it, right? If you complete it for the first time. So I just been stacking on orbs recently, and when I heard that the banner was coming out, I was like, "Ooh, I gotta catch up."
And listen, man, when Best Girls from Best Game come out, you want to put your utmost attention towards it. Did you get it by any chance?
I only got Bernie.
Ooh, well, I mean, she's still a great girl, though. I'm not gonna deny that, though. She's still a great girl. Although, like, Cynthia is really starting to grow on me, man.
Dude, like okay, I'm not sure if you played through the Golden Deer route, but once you do get to learn more about like Cynthia, man, does your love for this character shoot through the roof.
I know. I'm trying to find a way to try to grab all the characters in one route, which I know is impossible because some of them are restricted to another route. But we'll see what happens if I can actually manage to do that early on in game, like New Game Plus. Maybe that's possible in New Game Plus.
And another one of my best girls made it into the game as well.
Who is that?
Annette. She's from the Blue Lions round. Best friends with Mercedes.
Oh, her. Okay, the one that seems to like really have. I forgot how she acted again. Let me see if I can remember her. Annette. Wasn't she the one that goes nuts after a while when she's like with the weaponry? I don't remember.
No, you're probably thinking of someone else.
Yeah.
But she's the haired girl with like the two, with like the two ponytails.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking of a different character then. Oops.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right.
But other than that, I've been working on trying to get like Cynthia, but so far I only got Bernie. But we'll see if I can, Cooper up before the banner closes down.
All right, man. Best of luck on that one then.
Thank you.
So as well for Dragalia, since we're talking about mobile games, Dragalia Lost, I know it's a game I should probably put away, and I did, don't worry, I did leave it to the side. There is a celebration that's going to happen this month, which is celebrating the 1.5 anniversary of Dragalia Lost, so that makes me very happy, and I know there's probably going to be a gala event for those who, of course, play Dragalia Lost. You'll understand the gala event are the one moments where they release characters only for just that banner. And the only time you can ever get those characters are within that said banner. So, of course, you have, like, the main characters like Yuden, Ellie, Ranzel, Cleo, to name a few. And given that there will probably be a gala event this month, it's safe to say that Alex, I believe, is probably going to be the one, or Alex is probably going to be the one to get a gala event for this one, and I'm excited for that. Although I'm not going to deny, I am still mad that I have yet to actually get Gleo in Dragalia Lost, because in case you don't know about this, Evie, Gleo is technically tier 0 in terms of overall power in Dragalia Lost. And when it surpasses tier 1 ranking and you get to tier 0, that means you are probably either A, really strong, or B, absolutely broken. and she applies for both. Basically, she is strong and she is broken. I'm assuming Pipple, if Pipple can as well, will probably be broken too, because I've seen so far that it basically Pipple is a suicidal vegetable and is an adventurer. I don't know how that works, but it's true. It's a vegetable that wants to kill itself. It's an adventurer, and it is capable of killing dragons with ease. It's dumb to explain it just like this without context or footage, but I'm not kidding you. Pipple is that. But
Okay.
aside from that, though, I'm excited for the event. I can't wait to see what they're going to do to celebrate 1.5 for the Dragalia Lost game. It makes me happy to see it's doing really successful to still be active now, almost to 2 years, and I hope it continues to live on forever because Dragalia deserves it. I'm glad Nintendo also is a part of this too, because that's also what's making it so much fun for me with the Fire Emblem event, the Mega Man event, recently with the Monster Hunter event that they had. Who knows what the next event will be in terms of third-party collaborations, which I assume we will probably hear during the Dragalia Digest that we're probably going to get sometime later this month. I would assume maybe like late March, though. If it comes out on March 31st, that would be great, because that's, of course, my birthday. So what better birthday gift than giving me the birthday of knowing what the hell is coming up for Dragalia Lost, don't you think? Anyway,
what better way, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now, one person in the chat brought this up, and I really want to talk about this. Since this does relate to anime, of course, I don't know if you've been paying attention to Digimon. Have you been paying attention to that, Evie?
Yeah, I saw the recent trailer.
All right, yeah, a lot of people are excited because it looks to be bringing back the roots of, the original Digimon series with the original cast again. Which is kind of a little odd because, like, all of the VAs are not coming back for obvious reasons, unfortunately, and it's once again catering to the original characters, which the whole point of Last Evolution or whatever it was called, the new film, was supposed to be based on the finale. So why are we kind of bouncing back to the original again if the whole premise of the movie that's coming up is supposed to be the thing that ends everything off for the original cast? You know what I mean? I'm excited for what it's going to be about. It's just so weird that you made a film that's supposedly the grand finale, and now you're just going back to square one with this film, with this series.
It's just one of those animes that, unfortunately, its timeline has become very skewed in the past years.
Yeah,
it's just hard to get the directionality of this series,
I know, with the other films, etc. It's bizarre to me. But the reason why I brought this up, Evie, is because have you seen the artwork for some of the Digimon that are also going to be coming up soon in the future? They might not be. I don't know if they're tied to the TV series. But they are new Digimon coming based on some fan favorite characters that people might have loved and appreciated, such as Agumon and who was the other one? Gabumon, I believe it was.
Gabumon.
Yeah, Gabumon. Mm-hmm. So let me just go and show you real quick one of the artworks for Agumon, and this is called Agumon Bond of Courage. This right here, this monstrosity that I'm Okay, let's take a breakdown real quick on some of the details that this Digimon has with him. Okay, for starters, let's take a look at his feet. Why is this man's here wearing boots that are basically his feet? You know what I mean?
Look, this looks to me like a humanoid Gen 8 fossilized Pokemon. There's just some body parts that just don't make any sense with some other body parts. This is basically the Digimon version of it,
I know, but it's like, why is Agumon wearing boots that are made out of his own goddamn feet? Look at his tail. Somebody just brought this up. His tail is a motherfucking sword.
It's a sword, yeah. I just noticed that.
Holy shit. I didn't even see that. Oh my god, I did not see that. Jeez Louise, what were they smoking when making this design? Hot damn. And then look at look at the abs, man. Even Machio-san can't even achieve those abs right there. What the hell is going on with the pecs? He has like...
Oh my god.
He has like 12 packs underneath there.
So the side of chest has also affected the evolution of Digivolution, it seems.
Instead of Digivolve, it's
My God.
oh God, shit. God, not
Also,
even Machio-san will look at this and be like, "Nope, I ain't got nothing to do with this."
exactly, Joe. There's abs on top of abs, on top of abs, on top of abs.
Now, what pissed me off too is look at the
Oh,
thighs as well. What the hell is going on with the thighs? It looks like fucking sogged up.
also, also, I come to realize that those gauntlets aren't really gauntlets. It's like actually part of its body.
Yes,
Which kinda
look
makes
at
it
that.
even more
Look at
freaky.
yes, you're right. Oh my god, look at that thing. That thing is like it's swollen right there in the middle. That shit is swollen. That isn't an accessory piece. No, that shit is part of its body right there. That shit is swole.
Man, this thing trying to be Popeye so hard.
But what hurts me the most, what really hurts me the most about this image, Evie, that face. Why did we have to humanize Agumon, who's supposed to be looking like a reptile, man? This looks horrendous.
Is that Kirishima behind the mask? By the way. Okay, because that's another thing too. I'm not a huge fan of the hair, either.
Yeah, why does he have hair like that?
God,
it looks so odd.
And what's the entire premise behind that belt? It looks.
He's wearing underwears. He's wearing underwears. I assume that's what's going on. He's just wearing underwear. I wish I could tell you something more, but man, this is real. All right. At least with this other one, this other design right here, the one we got for this one, I can understand a little bit. For this one is titled Gabumon Bond of Friendship. Now, see, to me, Gabumon, at least I can understand just slightly, only because it does remind me of another Digimon from long ago. I believe it was from Digimon Frontier, and that's what it reminds me of from one of the characters. I think his name was Lobomon, if I remember correctly. But, like, see, this design at least fits with it a little bit. You know what I mean? It doesn't look so bizarre. You don't see the packs. Look, even, like, okay, maybe the feet are a little weird. But, like, you don't see any, like, weird, like, this man's wearing boots and shit, you know?
Yeah, at least this guy is hiding behind some armor. Not looking too humanoid out of it, you know?
Yeah. I honestly, and also people are asking where he's based off from. I don't even know where they're based off from. They're just literally new toy artwork for Agumon and Gabumon. The fact that they showed this off, if this is supposed to be for the TV series, why the hell did they show it off now when it didn't even get introduced at all? Are they going to be introduced in episode 1? Is that what's going on?
I hope not. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense. That's probably not a good way to bring, you know, that to me, that's trying too hard to bring in some viewers for the series.
And then we got this one right here. Okay, let me talk about this guy right here. This asshole, Morphomon. Okay.
There are way too many similarities with that.
I don't know if you see somebody else in particular with that image. Do you see another character in that particular image by any chance? From another anime.
From another anime.
I'll post the picture right now, and then you'll probably see what it is. Ready?
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
This asshole.
All right, who's this asshole? Oh, that asshole. Yeah, I've seen him. I just don't know where it's from.
Okay, just to clarify what this is. Maybe it's better if I don't, actually. I'm just not gonna... You know what? I'm just gonna keep quiet on this one.
Okay, God. I can see the resemblance behind that.
Yeah, okay, some people in the chat know what I'm talking about. Saying I'm scared. Good God. Yeah, so Digimon, you know what made Digimon so special? It tried to be its own thing with the designs that it has. Here, it just feels very generic. Here, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of charm with some of the characters, man. They feel like they They made a design. They thought it was cool, and in reality, it looks horrendous, man. From swollen arms to 25,000 abs to soggy thighs and wearing boots out of his own feet. Yeah, I really don't know what it was that they're going. Oh, no, of course, don't forget the tail that's basically a sword. How does that work? Who
I
thought
don't
of
know.
this? Look at that sword. That shit can't go very far because it's literally attached to your ass. I'm
Yeah,
so horrified, man.
I agree with you. Like these designs don't even look that these like these animators aren't really putting their heart and soul into this, and at
I
least trying to make it distinct and creative. You know, like the past Digimon.
yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like they lost their charm some way after maybe Frontiers. To me personally, Digimon was great in the beginning, and its best finale was with Frontier, in my opinion, of course.
Same here. Same here.
But
Yeah, I
after
agree with you.
that, moving forward with all the other ones, I feel like
They
it's lost its charm, and which is
Yeah,
sad.
I feel like they just started to use some recycled ideas. Like I know when Digimon Data Squad was airing on Disney DxD, they decided to bring back Agumon, which we already know who he is. He's gonna be with a different protagonist.
Which
It's
doesn't
just that
feel right.
it doesn't feel right. And not to mention that if you're gonna be recycling some old ideas, at least do it with the same like this. How to put it, like the same characters, like the same DG Destin,
Yeah,
that's
and
why nowadays, whenever I see these new Digimon series, I feel like most of them are gonna be more than likely gonna be using recycled ideas to
also
sell their product, yeah,
Agumon.
and not particularly Agumon, yeah, he
Yeah,
could literally,
particularly that guy, and he doesn't deserve this fate, man. Agumon was one of the goats. Imagine like people were talking about how they love to see him in Smash Brothers and whatnot, Agumon, because he's such a big iconic character for the Digimon franchise. Now I don't even
Mhm.
want to see Agumon be in Smash if this is gonna be what they're gonna use for his final Smash, man. I don't even want to see Agumon in Smash now, thanks to this horrendous design. Because I
Oh
assume that's
god.
what they're gonna probably pay homage to, which is gonna suck. But yeah, so I don't know. I genuinely don't know what's gonna go down for the future of Digimon.
Yeah,
I'm still looking forward to the series. I just don't like what I saw now.
let's just hope that's all movie content. Let's make this new rebooted series something separate.
Yes. Let's just hope something comes out of it, and for the better, man.
Yeah.
Digimon, I'm so mad. It's not you, it's me. I don't know.
Yeah, Digimon is just one of the series that I don't really talk about a whole lot, but it definitely holds a special place in my heart because I grew up watching Digimon with the OGs. Just
Yeah,
that nowadays,
Digimon, digital monsters.
Digimon are the champions. Yeah, exactly. But just it's just not the same. Not like Pokemon in the anime side.
Yeah. And the
Uh,
shows are great. Like a lot of people are talking about, the original like Digimon, the first, the second one, Tamers, which personally to me was one of my absolute favorite of the four iconic Digimon series. I love Tamers so
mhm.
much. What's his name? Guilmon, loving Guilmon bread and everything, dude. He was always my favorite right there. Uh,
Hey.
Tamers was Renamon as well, if I can remember at the top of my head. I also love the finale of Tamers. I'm not going to explain anything in regards to that. If you haven't seen Tamers, really watch it all the way till the end. Honestly, very
Mhm.
heart emotional moments that they had throughout that series. So yeah.
And honestly, to me, Tamers has the best dub out of all the Digimon series.
Oh, dude, the
Like
remix they did for the
the
original.
remix. Mm-hmm.
To me, I'm not gonna lie.
That's a banger.
Frontier's opening was phenomenal. Sometimes people need to listen to like the.
Digimon.
Yeah, it's like I wish I could remember the lyrics to it, but the lyrics are so good. Man, it's like let me
Dude,
see.
I always woke up to that every morning. Every morning for
Yeah,
that's some good nostalgia
I know.
injection right there.
One of my favorite lines from this is they always talk about like with faith in ourselves and trust in each other, we'll live by the lessons we've learned and all that. And my favorite line is at the finale of that opening is like, if we're all for one world, there is a world for us all. That bit right there, you have no idea how much that shit slipped by me when I was little, but the more I listen to it now at this age, I'm like, holy damn, it's so good, that line. Oh my god, I love Frontier's opening so much. Digimon, please get back to the roots.
Yeah, get back to the good Digimon, the one,
right?
the one that, like, don't just appeal to the new fans or the current fans. You know, hit the OGs too. You know, we need some Digimon back in our lives too. And you know, here's hoping that this new series actually delivers that. You know,
of course.
Here's hoping.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed for good quality content, man. The ending of Frontiers, the ending of Frontiers was not so good, but at least the opening and whatever they had for the first 26 episodes were still spot on. The ending was it was like an amalgamation of just random shit happening all at once that it did have a message that they wanted to push for, but it like, I feel like it was rushed, and therefore the message was just sort of scrapped halfway through the finale plot. But yeah, so not sure what's gonna go down, but we'll see what this new season has in store for Digimon Adventure, the new reboot sequel.
Can't wait to see Leomon die for like the 7th time.
Oh, good God.
By the way.
No matter what series this man is in, he's always going to get something stuck on his chest. Poor lad. I guess since we're continuing to talk about anime, you know, of course, obviously next month, Evie, is... Or is it this month? I don't remember. I think it's next month.
It's on the 10th, but yes, it's close to a month, but yes. I was going to bring that up too.
You ready for it, Evie?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, let's hear it, because I want to see what your take is on this one. If you're thinking the same anime I'm thinking of here.
Yeah, so for those of you guys who don't know, April 10th will be a very special day for me and KG Prestige. And of course for a lot of people who are very familiar with this anime, because we have been waiting for a 3rd season for years. And ever since we got the announcement last year, man, it's hard to believe they were already a month away. That anime I'm referring to, guys, is Snafu Season 3.
Yeah, buddy, I am excited for this new season. Let's talk about some of the best things about this, though. But before I get to that, continue on, buddy.
Did you happen to see the new visual key art?
No, I have not. Let me go and find it real quick while I go put it up on the screen for everybody to see it.
Sure, it should be up on my anime list, by the way. So it should be an easy search.
Yeah, it probably should. I think I might have found it already, so... I can't wait to... Okay, so, yeah, I was going to bring that up, actually, for the new opening/ending. If I'm correct, they actually brought back the original singer for the first 2 openings to come back to do this one. So, I'm happy for that. And, of course, the ending, which is going to be sung by none other than our best girls, I guess you could say.
Yes.
Very grateful for that, of course.
And you know what? Fortunately for me, on that week where Snafu Season 3 is supposed to air, that's where I'm going to be on my spring break.
Oh.
What a coincidence, right?
Right on time. Right after you finish spring break, man, you're going straight
back to depression.
Yes, back to depression. Jesus Christ. But nah, Snafu, the 3rd season, it's coming. Do you think this is going to be the conclusion? Do you think that everything's going to wrap up here? I didn't follow much on the news for this anime. Maybe they did announce that it's going to be the finale, but I didn't hear anything about this in regards to whether or not Snafu Season 3 will conclude everything off for the story. Because I believe the light novel has just recently concluded, not too long ago.
Yes, so I'm not sure if they released the last volume right now, but yes, I believe once the next light novel releases, that should be the end game for Snafu.
Yeah, and given how relatively close the light novel is, you know, concluding to the just announcement of Snafu Season 3 coming out really soon, it's one's to assume that it might also try to tie in with the finale. I mean, this is what they did recently with We Never Learn. If you obviously been paying attention to the manga, you'll know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with the manga, it's I believe We Never Learn just recently kind of gave its answer in regards to the best girl. And in the anime, they kind of did something like that as well, but still kept it very vague, which I thought was really odd because there was like a
Oh,
hundred chapters kind of like lost. You know what I mean?
right. So yeah, I get what you mean. So you're thinking that season three might take that similar approach,
Not to
which
the part where it's gonna like lose 100 chapters of content, but I feel like maybe they've like created a storyline that's going to
mm-hmm.
go straight to the ending at the same time as when the light novel ends, and then they're both going to coexist with each other in the same timeline. So like
Right.
what's in the light novel is basically what you see in anime form. Now somebody in the chat before I pass this on to Evie,
Mm-hmm.
somebody in the chat says I'll binge watch Snafu to watch it. You guys, Omar, you definitely should. It is an absolute gem. This anime is a blessing, man. It is so great. I love the premise. I love the comedy. I love the emotion. I love the characters so very much. I especially love Best Boy, who I have weird feelings for because every time I see the man, it's like, oh, you got to remember he is a dude. It's like so
Yeah.
awkward. But like seriously, it's traps like him, man, that make me feel weird. But
And you can't leave out the slice of life, which to me sold me on this anime.
of course. Now, to understand how great I love Snafu, I've always brought this up many times, but to just kind of
Go
remind
ahead.
everybody again, with Snafu, I loved it so much. I literally made for X, Y, and Z the Snafu X, Y, and Z opening remake for it. With the X and Y cast. I loved it that much. I legitimately copied opening 2 of Snafu to use for the Pokemon X, Y, and Z fan video I made for it. And
Right.
that's how much I love this series so much, and to see this coming out with a third season, man, it's amazing. It's gonna be fantastic. I hope we get something great out of this, and knowing that it's being done by the same company, Feel, who I believe
Mm-hmm.
were the ones responsible for season twos, and I believe the
Yeah.
original as
Yeah. It's,
well.
it's 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 the same artwork. So yeah, I would assume it's the same company
Yeah, so knowing that it's with them
or
again,
studio.
we are
Yeah.
in good hands, man. We are
Of course, man.
absolutely in great hands. They did a great job. They brought back the animation studio, the singer for the opening. They brought back all the VAs. Of course, they brought back the two girls to sing the ending song for this new season. Uh, and then they brought back Hachiman, which is always a blessing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
Of
else in the
course, man.
chat was also bringing this up. EB says here, Snafu, Food Wars, SAO, Fruits Basket, Kaguya-sama, Rent a Girlfriend, which I'm so excited for next month, dude.
That's another anime I'm looking forward to. Which correction by the way, that's actually on summer.
That summer,
Not
though?
that
Ah,
summer. Yeah, the Rent a Girlfriend anime.
I
Unless
could have sworn they talked about it until April. Hold on, let me see.
no, it's on summer. It's supposed to be airing on July, but yeah, that's still another anime that I am looking forward to, nonetheless, for this year.
Yeah, so I'm excited for what they're gonna go forward with this one. But man, did they ever release like English releases for Rent a Girlfriend though?
I'm not sure, to be honest. That
Oh,
I'm not
but
too sure.
I got artwork here, so let me just put the artwork here for those who want to see it as well for the Rent a Girlfriend series. So hold on a second.
hmm But
There
yeah,
we go.
but as Ibo brought up, we're getting Snafu, Food Wars, SAO, Fruits Basket,
Listen, we don't talk about Food
uh,
Wars, buddy.
Kaguya-sama, the second season of ReZero. Spring is going to be very stacked. That's the good fucking food that we're looking for.
High quality content, man. That's what we love.
hmm
Dude, this is something I'm so excited for. It has such a dumb title. I know it's called Rent a Girlfriend, but I promise you, just watch the trailer.
Yes.
It is so good. It caught me off guard with how good this is probably going to be, man. I really hope this anime is good. I did not read anything about this series. I don't know nothing
Same.
about the series. I only saw the trailer for it. It's gonna be good.
I was impressed. Yeah, just the entire premise behind it, the artwork is what's also sold me. And man, KJ, just like Pansy, this girl right here also has another you know he has another geez, what do you call it? I'm losing
Identity,
my
I
train of
guess.
thought. Identity, design. She has another design to it.
Oh yeah.
If you see the trailer.
Yes, if you've seen the trailer, you'll probably see it from there. But like, I'm just gonna wait until that first episode comes out. But if it's anything in terms of insanity, like how it was for Pansy, oh dude, we're in for great shit, man. We are in. I'm excited for this, man. This is what I love to see. When you get quality anime content, I know it's a lot of slice of life. I know many people might be thrown off by that,
But
but
that's my cup of tea, personally.
yeah, but slice of life is always needed, especially because, we need that good soft content, especially when we're going to get stuff like, SAO and whatnot,
Hmm.
ReZero. We need to have our high action content with our slice of life to get a well balanced meal for our bellies, man. And I think
Yeah,
this is
and
I think spring is gonna be good. Unfortunately, Rent the
oh
Girlfriend, you
yeah.
said it's not going to be until summer, but I'm looking forward to what's going to happen, though, for it. Um,
Apparently, TMS Entertainment is going to be the one behind the Rent a Girlfriend anime. The same company who made Doctor Stone, Banana as well.
Banana, you say?
Banana,
The,
I
the, the
say.
banana cat?
The cats. Yep.
Okay, we're in good hands. We're in good hands. You guys, listen, I rated Banana when it first dropped. I said Banana was the anime of that year. I specifically mentioned it at that time. So, to let you guys know how good we're in good hands for with this anime, we're in good hands.
Hmm.
It's so
Oh, and
good.
also Ebo. Yes, I forgot about that. The OVA for Odesuki this summer as well.
Yeah, okay. We we,
So we
we
have
got oh my god. We're good. We're good with content. I'm looking forward to next month. Man, I really also want to try changing that format too for the future. I'm really trying my best to figure things out because I would really love to react to a lot of these. The only reason why I haven't done a lot for My Hero recently is only because, to be quite honest, the recent episodes haven't really been as to like high
not.
regards. But it's not like it's its fault or anything. It's just that this is the recent arc, and therefore it's just like this. This is what they're going through. It's a breather moment. It's take time to relax after what had just gone through with the last arc. You don't really want to suddenly go and bounce to another insanity moment immediately after that. You need to have a breather in between. And this is what the new
Yeah, I understand.
this is what
Hmm.
the new arc's going through right now with the school stuff. So I know we're gonna get something big in the finale of this My Hero stuff, but for now it's nice to kind of just take things a little slow at a time for the moment.
Oh
I feel
yeah.
bad because
Hmm.
the movie took a lot from the arc. Really now. All right, Evie, you've probably watched the film, so you might kind of understand what he may be talking about regarding like the recent arc in the movies.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. For some of the minor spoilers that you're not too familiar because you haven't caught up with the manga, it's going to eventually show up thanks to these past few episodes during this arc. So really, it kind of like resolves itself if you have a problem with that in the film.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens though. I'm looking forward to all the content that's gonna be dropping to us very very soon. Um, and of course there is just many many other things coming out that we don't know when they're gonna drop. I've mentioned this a while back. One of my favorite series that I've read recently, being of the slime manga, slime light novel. Actually, it's not the slime one that we had the first season of. No, I'm talking about there is another anime that's talked about regarding like I've killed slime for 300 years and I've ended up maxing out my level. that one is also getting an anime adaptation, and I'm excited for that because, well, that was one of my favorite read-throughs I've had. In fact, that manga, I should say, was so good. I actually went out of my way to buy the light novels of that series, and I never in my entire life bought light novels of anything from manga related content that I've read before in the past. Well, before this slime series was the first one I ever actually went out of my way to buy a light novel series out of, and I've been enjoying it. In fact, not too long ago, they actually released the first volume of the manga side for this series. So I'm excited that that's getting an anime adaptation. I'm looking forward to the characters. They're very adorable and charming, and looking forward to that stuff. I've read Reincarnated Sword. I've seen that pop up a lot. Just out of curiosity, Shark, how would you rate it? Would it be something you would recommend, or is it like something that would be like, you can read it in your own time? It's not something you should jump into. I'm kind of curious about that.
KG, I'm not sure if you've. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this because I saw you retweet it. But that anime where this girl got reincarnated as a spider in this isekai world.
Yes,
yeah, that was really
yes.
That
Okay,
really
I've read the manga. I've read the manga for this series because after that announcement came out, I legit went to go and look into it. I'm not gonna lie, if they do a good job with adapting this into anime format, we're gonna get some good stuff, man. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's a really good read through.
It looks really interesting, man. Just from the art itself, it's really it's pure eye candy.
Yeah, it is. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Hanako-kun's art style in terms of how it's like very distinctive from everything else that you've seen outside of anime. Yeah, so I'm really, really loving its design that we got via the trailer. I'm not sure where it's gonna go moving forward, but we'll probably get more information about that throughout the coming weeks or even months for whenever this drops. So I'm looking forward to that. So good content, good anime content is coming really, really soon, and but one couldn't be happier. However, with that being said, though, I am mad about one thing. Very, very mad about one thing, though, Evie. Do you know what I'm mad about?
You kind of cut up there. I know you said you're mad about something, but
no, I was asking. Do you know what I am mad about, though?
No. Please,
okay,
inform me.
All right. This is the best way I could say it, at least for you, Evie, because you're the only one here who can see it. My icon.
Oh, right.
Yes. So basically, in case you're wondering, I talked about this on Monday. And this was about the series Komi-San Can't Communicate. And of course, Evie, you've recommended me this. And at the time when I did the review back on Monday with the first 6 chapters, I've mentioned I only read those 6 chapters since
Just
then.
Those 6 chapters. Yeah.
Now, I've gone out of my way to read 60 chapters since Monday's about it. First of all, I just want to say screw you for making me have to wait to sleep till 2 a.m. in the goddamn morning because I cannot stop reading this. I try to sleep and then I open my phone up, I see Komi-san and I'm like, maybe another chapter would be great. It's 2:30 in the morning. Shit.
My boy, you are doing God's work. See, there's no skipping recommendations. My words are absolute. You must obey.
You so far have done nothing but give me quality content. This is the first time you've given me something that forces me to stay up so late just to read through it. And listen, I'm not saying that's a bad thing because there is a solid good reason why I've been doing it consistently every single goddamn day ever since Monday. And it's because it is good. It is so good. Oh my god, I love this manga.
It's gone to the point where KG literally changed his Twitter profile picture to Komi-sama. And that's when I thought to myself, I converted this man.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
this
we
man
got him.
converted me. All right, so once again, for those who are wondering what I'm talking about, I'm talking about the series Komi-San Can't Communicate. And the whole premise about Komi-San Can't Communicate is as follows. On her first day attending the elite Itan private high school, the main setting of the story, Shoko Komi immediately receives an overwhelming surge in popularity due to her unprecedented stoic beauty and refined elegance her classmates perceive her to possess. However, only Hitohito Tadano, an exceedingly average schoolboy assigned to the seat next to hers, is able to have the opportunity to discover that behind her Bishoujo appearance, Komi has serious issues in communicating with others. Tadano sets out to help Komi on her quest to find 100 friends, because that's her main goal in this story. Now, with that said, going through 60 chapters so far, I just want to say one thing. I am so happy that there's like 200 chapters right now. I have had a lot of trouble throughout many read-throughs I've had during my really random recommendations, where I've read a lot of mangas that always just stop at like the early 10s to 20s. And when you read something that's so good, you just want to continue to read the next and the next and the next. But it always hurts when you get to one of those mangas that only has so few, and now you caught up to it, and now you're sad, you cry, you eat ice cream, and just cry to sleep. It always hurts every single time.
My ice cream.
So let me just tell you how beautiful it is for me to find a new manga right here, a series that I have little to no knowledge about, and to be blessed with the opportunity to binge through 200 chapters worth of good quality content, man. It is the things I enjoy so very much. And to me, this is what I was saying about I am so mad about Eevee. I am so mad that this does not have an anime yet. In any way, shape, or form.
Like, I kid you not, the minute I read the first volume of Komi Can't Communicate, I instantly give me an anime. Because it's really just that good.
Yeah. And to my surprise, I have not seen a single announcement, a single reveal that, hey, it's coming, or in fact even just an anime already out for this, because given that there were 200 chapters, that means that this series has been out for almost half a decade. If I'm correct, it came out back in 2016 or so.
That sounds about right. Yeah
Now, somebody says, is Komi better than Kaguya? Now, I cannot tell you that, because the thing is, with Kaguya-sama, I've been enjoying it via its animated format. So I don't really know much of how its manga style handles a lot of the humor in the picture formats.
Also, I'd say it's a little bit of an unfair comparison, because anime is what brings these characters to life. You see them animated, and it brings you this entirely different charm to them. Manga, you can't. You have to leave that up to your own imagination, to your own thoughts as to how you want to interpret this character. So, I love Kaguya-sama, but the thing is, I agree with Keiji on this one. I just don't know how she is within the manga. I definitely love her in the anime, but comparing Komi with Kaguya, I can't really say much about that for now.
Yeah. And Evie saying, I'm guessing none of you read the manga. The only reason why I didn't read the manga is because the next season is coming right now. So why would I try spoiling myself on this when I could get the humor in animated format in this new season? So that's why I'm keeping distant until the second season is done, to then see where it'll go from there. But to go back into this series, Komi-San Can Communicate, I just want to say I really been enjoying a lot of these characters in this show, man, or in this series, because it is so amazing, just the variety that I've seen so far from, of course, the main protagonists, of course, Komi and Tadano.
We got introduced to a trap.
And then I got introduced to a trap soon after chapters. I forgot which one. I believe it's literally just in the first few chapters. They just straight up say, "Hey, Najime is like a trap of some sort." And then and I love how in the manga they always say like he, she, it. Like they can never really come to a conclusion as to what the
Yeah.
hell this character really is. But I'm not gonna lie though, there is one character that did piss me off a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
eventually, I started to warm up to her a little bit. Ren, Yamai
Ran.
Ren. She is that girl, and also I just got an alert somehow. Baby Yoda has now followed me. Hey, thank you, Baby Yoda. Absolutely appreciate that you took your time to follow.
Hey.
Yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, so Yamai Ren has
Oh,
this thing
her.
where she is a little too fascinated by Komi-san to where she's like has pictures of her on the wall to all these like she views Komi-san as like a goddess, which to be fair all the classmates do as well, but she takes it to like another level. There was a chapter I read where puddles were all over the school ground, and Ren
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, I have an idea. I want to see the new panties that Komi is wearing today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use math and science to help me out in this situation where I'm going to put Komi-san directly next to a puddle so that way when she tries to jump on it, I'm going to look at the reflection that is right underneath the puddle in this particular angle to then get a full-on view shot of her panties when she's jumping into the puddle. And I'm like, girl, how far are you going to just see her goddamn panties? And it's like so hilarious because it's like at the end of the chapter she never gets to, and she just
Nope.
does a complete 180 where she's like, you know what, never mind. You know what? Never mind. I think I've seen. I think I understand what I should really be focusing on. And then she just goes back and be insane the next chapter. One of my favorite moments was when
Mm-hmm.
was also when I believe Komi-san went to visit Tadano at his house.
And
And
his
as
house, yeah.
Tadano was gonna go and close the door, and you just see like these vicious hands like right on
Oh
the side of the
yeah.
door handle. And Randy's right there just like, oh, is Komi-san also going to your room? Let me get in on it too. And he starts freaking out. Because she was uninvited to this whole thing. And she just happens to coincidentally know that Komi was heading there. And I'm like, bro.
Yep.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Ren is one of those characters that I just liked at first, but after she's calmed down a bit, once they become officially once Komi and Ren become officially friends, you start to open up to her a little bit. She's still a little bit of a jackass, but at least she's a jackass that you can accept as a character,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense.
No, I understand what you're going at. There are also other characters that I've seen that I've also enjoyed too. Agari is also another one where she's like, it's like, hey, listen, call me. I don't want to be your friend. I want to be your dog.
Agari, yeah.
And I'm like, come
She's
on,
one of
that's
those
not what she
people.
wants. And then
Yeah.
there was Naka Naka, who is this
Naka
girl who
Naka.
says that she's been reincarnated through many generations and now she has finally found Komi's I forgot what her name was, Komalia or something like that. She's the
Mm-hmm.
one with that eye patch basically.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite girls, by the way.
Oh, she's great. I love her so much. Especially when like she invited Komi to her house. She couldn't find a way to communicate with her because like she didn't really know what to do in the situation. And then she
Yeah.
decides to call in Najime, who then invites Tadano as well. And
Mm-hmm.
it's great. But seriously, there are really other moments I want to bring up, but I feel like you guys should definitely give it a read for yourself to get those moments because Komi-san's moments, especially chapters
Mm-hmm.
focused on her and Tadano together by themselves, are so beautiful, man.
Yeah.
There's one in particular that really like got me emotionally, only just because of how cute it is. And
Mm-hmm.
it's regards to when Komi-san cannot sleep. and she starts thinking about a lot of the things that she's done throughout the day, and she's like, oh man, why did I do this? Why did I do that? Why didn't I word this differently? Why didn't I say it
Mm-hmm.
like this? Why am I suddenly growing cat ears? All this kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
then there comes a moment with Tadano-san, and then he says something, and immediately as he says it in the flashback, Komi goes to sleep. And that to me was just so pure. I loved it. I just loved it so much.
No,
God damn, thank you, Evie, for introducing me to
yeah.
this series, man.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. I'm actually really glad that you're enjoying it. And you know, we got like more than 200 chapters. You only got up to 60. You still got you
I'm
still
one
have
third of the way done, basically.
wonder of the way done, which is a good thing, right?
Yes.
Or is that?
I don't know. It might be a good thing in terms of enjoying it, but it might be a bad thing when I realize, oh, I'm gonna have to eventually catch up soon, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah. But Komi can communicate. It's a really great manga that I would recommend you guys if you're looking for a good read. You know, if I converted KG, no doubt I could convert you guys as well.
Please give it a try. I highly recommend giving it a shot. It to me it surprised me with how good it is. It really did. And I'm just so grateful that it is something that I could enjoy, because that means it gives me more of an opportunity to kind of, you know, see what more they're gonna do with Komi-san in the future in the storyline. Although I did notice when I got around like the 60 mark, I noticed that the art style sort of started to change a little bit. It looks a little bit more refined in some aspects.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was something to kind of bring up. Of course, this is a lot of things that happens with particular manga series when they begin originally to when you start reading their more later chapters, and you'll start noticing a shift in the cleanness
All right.
of the artwork. So I just felt like bringing that up. It's once again, it's nothing really drastic of an art style change, but it is something to kind of just bring up anyway. For the
Yeah.
sake of just like letting you guys know. Oh, by the way, this small little change happens here, but it's nothing really big of a deal. Okay, but before we get into anime talk though, there's one last thing I want to talk about.
Go right ahead.
All right, so this is a manga that I've been talking about on Monday as well, alongside with Komi-san Cannot Communicate.
Yeah.
And this is the one I was saying was my really random recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
Being Sono Bisaku Dodo wa Koi wo Suru, which I'm so grateful that that our boy TSS isn't here. Otherwise, he would strangle me to death. I hope he's not paying attention to the call. I assume he's not, because he's actually in the other Discord call right now. You know what? Actually, if you mind a second, I just want to hop into that call and just randomly say hi to them real quick. And then I'm gonna pop back here. I just want to
Sure.
see their random moment when I just pop into their stream for no goddamn reason. Let me go do that real quick. Hold on. I'll be back in just a second, Evie. So please be patient, buddy.
No problem. In the meantime, I'll keep the chat company.
All right. Well, actually, no. I'm shift. Yeah, chat with the chat real quick. Hold on. I'll be right there. Hold on. Let me just do this real quick.
Yeah.
But I'd say
guys.
on this one, I don't.
Who the hell's that?
KG. Me.
KG.
It's KG.
Hey, I thought aren't you doing your thing?
Yeah, I am actually doing my thing right now.
Oh,
Then why the hell are you here?
Where's Evie?
Oh, he's over there. Yeah, he's waiting for me right now. I just
Oh
give
my
him
God.
some time.
You did. So you just ditch Evie? Is that what you've done?
Yeah, pretty
Hold
much.
them off for me.
Yeah, I told him to hold him off for me in the chat real quick while I go through this.
While you go harass me in my stream.
Yeah, hey guys, who's watching the streams and also
Yeah,
Talking
that's
shit
terrible.
about Final Fantasy VII's remake.
Oh,
Again.
okay, I'm glad to hear that you're shitting on it.
I don't think you're glad to hear it. I think you just don't care.
Yeah, I really don't.
Okay.
Literally, he like Max dude, he doesn't give a shit.
I just don't give a shit.
It actually makes me want to watch the rage the boss rage for Street Fighter 1 again.
All
So
right.
the problem is, I guess the problem is,
I'll
like,
see you guys later then, guys.
See you,
All right.
KG.
Bye. All right, there we go. I'm back.
That was probably the most randomest thing you could ever do.
I know, man.
The podcast.
Oh shit! No, I just saw them there. I was just like, let me just pop into their stream just to see what they were doing, and yeah, they're just shitting on Final Fantasy VII, so it's all good. We're good though. Anywho,
But, yeah.
let me go back
Let's
to
get
what I
back
was
to-
talking about real quick.
Alright.
That Sona Bisque doll Wakoi Wasuru, whatever it is. There actually was there. Yeah, that thing. What was it again? Was it like
I'm in love
darling?
with my dress-up doll.
Yeah. Okay. Good news, because after I talked about that, Evie, guess what? I just I discovered that there is an actual English name for this. And there is an official English release coming next month.
Woo!
So, the official English name for this series is called My Dress Up Darling, which I have the image right here of for the first volume. It is actually getting a manga English release, which makes me so happy. It's coming out on April 14th of 2020. You guys have no idea how much I'm pretty confident you probably do, because I've talked about it like nonstop throughout those past few days before I shifted over to Komi-San Can't Communicate. But this to me was such an adorable read through. It actually was, if I'm correct, it was serialized back in Square Enix's Young Gun serialization thing in January of 2018, and has since then gotten 4 volumes as of October 2019. And it is one of my favorite just mangas that I've read through. It is so adorable. It is such an amazing premise. Once again, as I mentioned before, it is based on the main male character, Wakana Gojo, who is a high school student who dreams of becoming a Hina doll craftsman, who suddenly one day, during his first semester, ends up communicating with a very popular classmate known as Marin Kitagawa, who sees him making doll costumes in the school's clothing room. Because of this, Marin, who had wanted to cosplay for a while and having observed Wakana's skill in sewing, asked him to create a costume of a character from a video game that she adores. However, Wakana had never made costumes on a human scale, and being driven by the strong emotions of Marin, he accepts her request. Please, if you haven't yet, I beg of you, there's only 36 chapters out there. It's not to the scale of Komi-San Can't Communicate, but really give this a read. It is absolutely adorable. I love this manga. I love the characters. I love the settings. I love the cosplays that they create for these characters too. It is so great. Hold on, let me get a picture real quick of, like, because I believe this is the first volume that you see right here. I believe the future volumes are going to have artwork of the cosplays that she does throughout the various chapters that you see within the series. The first one here based off the cosplay that she originally wanted to make. So it's a really great story. It's a nice, cute, romantic slice of life adventure. And one of my favorite things that I love about her character is that when she starts to get flustered, when she starts to, get those lovey-dovey moments, she suddenly speaks very slangish, I guess you could say, because instead of saying like stuff like "I love him so much," she starts saying stuff like "I love him, I love him, I love him," like I wee wee love Gojo-kun, like stuff like that.
So she's literally wooing everything.
Yeah, and it's so adorable, man. It really is. Because, once again, this is based on a girl who pretty much has the social skills of what anyone would wish they would have, and the main male protagonist who doesn't really have much socializing skills because he was kind of mistreated badly growing up because of what he was passionate about, making Hina dolls. But because there were these characters beforehand who straight up said, listen, you are weird, you are something, like a freak or something like that, that kind of shunned him and forced him to not really communicate as well. But throughout the chapter, he begins to start warming up bit by bit towards new female characters that you see throughout the story. And it's really good, man. I love it. Although I will admit there is one thing that really does tick me off a little bit. Maybe not really tick me off, but just kind of surprised me. I should word that differently. It surprised me. Of course, I would assume, given you've watched a lot of anime and all that stuff, Evie, you might know that they have these moments where they have a a character that is older than the main cast, but ends up looking like a middle schooler. And then the character who is a middle school aged protagonist ends up having the body of a goddess and looks older than everybody in the main cast.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
There are two girls in particular. They're sisters. You see their designs, and when you don't realize it, you will think one of them is the older sister and the other one's the younger sister, when in reality, it's actually the roles were reversed.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it's like, I don't mind it, but there's a moment that happens in one of the chapters where Wakano accidentally tries to, like, measure one of the girls', head size just to kind of create the cosplay properly and all that. And because of the middle schooler's design, she's pretty, like, what's the perfect word for it? She pretty much has, like, an hourglass body, I guess you could say. So he accidentally squishes her. And just from the squish part, they have like a moment where it's like marshmallow squish in one of the text boxes. And it's like, if you've read a lot of manga, you'll know what that kind of squish is referring to. And I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this, because you have a high schooler trying to help out a middle schooler, but she looks like a high schooler. And it's like, I'm going to jail. Like that kind of shit. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on it. Like, aside from that though, it's a good series. It really is. I love it. I love the characters. I love everything. And I cannot wait to officially own the first volume in November of next month, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely great.
That's pretty good to know, man.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. But now, I think we've pretty much talked about all the stuff that we need to talk about. I do want to bring up one last thing before we actually get into our discussion for tonight, Evie. I know we have a lot to catch up on, and I'm pretty confident we can probably talk about everything that we need to in 30 minutes. But, this is going to get into a bit of spoiler content, folks. I mean, it probably isn't, because everybody already knows this. It's literally in the title of this podcast, and it's the only thing we haven't talked about yet.
Okay.
Tomorrow. It's, of course, the newest episode of Pocket Monsters 2019. And with that, there was a scan or just something, an excerpt that just came out not too long ago that talks about Ash's team. And in it, they highlighted 3 Pokemon in particular. Ash's Pikachu, his Dragonite, and the newest capture that's going to be brought up in, I believe, the next episode, Gengar. Ash's next capture in this series is not going to be a Galarmon. It's not going to be any other region. It's going to be a fully evolved ghost Pokemon, Gengar. That still throws me off, because it's like, we're not even in episode 20. We're not even halfway done with like any of this shit.
That's the thing, yeah.
And he has... And
already, he's been spilling up a fucking army.
Yeah, he like that. It's basically. I love how somebody in Twitter had posted a picture. It was like Ash's team in Pocket Monsters 2019, and it's just a bunch of ripped men, one after the next. But they're
I think that was Caroline.
Yeah, it was her, I believe. Yeah, she posted it. I'm like, well, bro, that does make sense. I don't even know what's gonna happen next, because it's like, after a Dragonite and after Gengar, what the hell is coming next for this series? Like, what's going to come next? Like, what's going to be the big surprise? Like, the thing about this series to me, and I'm pretty confident a lot of people have already brought this up, is that this anime feels like post-game content, the anime series. It really is. Because it's like, after you complete the league, what do you do next? And I guess for the post-game content for Ash's World, it's the Pokemon Worlds Tournament, which they are officially going to make Ash debut in, I believe, episode 18 of Pocket Monsters 2019. So that's going to be exciting to see. And Ash is going to be entering it. He's going to make his grand debut with 2 beefed up Pokemon and a Pikachu capable of destroying Titans from what we saw in the last series. And also capable of attacking a Lugia, too, with actually showing signs of damaging it. Which also Lugia is coming back as well, so that makes me happy to see, too. But, like, aside from that, though, Ash Ash's team is beefed up in this series. And you know what? I love every second of it. I
same here,
love
man.
every second of it because now you have no idea what the hell is going to be coming out in the future.
Yeah, it's very
Anything's on the
unpredictable
table.
at this point. Yeah.
But I love that though. That's the thing. I really, really love that.
Oh yeah, same here.
Not knowing what's coming next is the appeal of what this series should be about, because after going through the storyline generation after generation of generation with Ash and the gang traveling from one region to the next and etc., here with this premise of Ash traveling around the world with like half of it being Kanto and everything else being whatever, you know, I'm really excited to see what Ash is going to go and accomplish in this season, man.
So you're telling me that Ash is going to the World Championships with that team?
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
I'm just imagining right now. It's like, let's show off all the trainers who are gonna make their grand debuts. Here's Joey with his Rattata. Here's Tim with his Bellsprout. Here's Ash with his motherfucking Dragonite and Gengar right there to pummel on those fools. I'm like, bro, that shit just makes me laugh just thinking about it, because it's like you could think of all these other kids who are thinking they're going to be prepared and ready to actually show off their grand debut, only to be pummeled by an overpowered Pikachu, two destructible Pokemon, fully evolved already, and then a boy who has all these wins under its belt, man. And a mime, too, if you want.
It's so crazy to think just where this series is going right now. And not to mention, too, that Ash is finally going to catch a Ghost type Pokemon. And what better way than to give the honors to Gengar?
Right? Because a lot of fans were really hoping to see Ash have that Gengar since the original series, you know what I mean? With the Haunter.
You mean the Hunter, which I'm pretty sure everyone forgot about, but you know.
After what's going to happen next in just a couple of hours, I'm pretty confident everybody's going to remember it.
It would be pretty nice if that was the same Haunter, by the way. That would be the fruits of continuity.
Oh, dude, I would love that.
Series.
Although I highly doubt that's gonna happen. But I would not mind it one single bit. I would really love it. The reason why we're saying this is only because like in the Pokemon World Tournament thing that they're gonna be having. Originally, I believe Ash was supposed to have gone against Lieutenant Serge, but instead he's going to be facing off another trainer who is like who's the one that's taking his place until Lieutenant Surge comes back. So that to me is just telling me, yeah, continuity does exist, but I feel like it's gonna be something like this, where it's like, okay, we're gonna bring these characters to these familiar locations, but we're not gonna show off these characters because they're actually not there at the time being. So instead of them here, we're gonna show you these brand new characters who are gonna take the spotlight instead. So. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like that's probably what's going to be the case. So, we'll see what happens. But I'm just excited to see Ash getting some strong-ass Pokemon, though. That's going to be the best thing.
Yeah, very, very interesting with Ash's team so far.
Yeah.
And also, we did happen to get a new episode title, if you caught yesterday's news, by the way.
Which one?
Do you know... March 29th, PM 2019, episode 19, and the title is called I Am Metamon. Have you heard of this by any chance?
Oh, yeah. Isn't that the one with about, I think it was with Jesse who helps out this Ditto? If I'm correct from the summary I read.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the Ditto is like supposedly like a superstar or something like that, but it's so shy. So Jessie, given her knowledge and past experiences, I guess, of being a superstar herself in some way, she decides to help out that Ditto. Which I think would be pretty cool to see if they capture it. But I don't think it's possible, because I think they bring up saying that, it's impossible to catch that Ditto.
Yeah. But that's the episode I was referring to.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Only because we're getting Ditto love. And I love Ditto. Although, you know who'd be really shocking to see there? Duplica. Yeah, somebody, oh, Joey just brought this up in the chat. Would Duplica ever come back? Maybe she'll make a cameo, but I don't think she's actually going to be there voicing anyway. But Duplica was such a great one-off character, though. So I would appreciate if she did come back. Somebody did say, I guess, to wrap things up, somebody was saying, KG, who do you speculate will be caught after Gengar? Latias. There you go. That's my speculation. What about you, Evie?
Sure, let's go with that.
What about you, Evie? Who do you think would be Ash's next capture?
I'm betting un peso on Necrozma.
You want Ash to catch light itself. You want Ash to catch the goddamn sun. Well, which, I mean, technically he kind of did with Solgaleo and Nebby. But, like, now to get the actual light of the world in this little dinty-ass Pokeball. Okay, sure. And I thought my choice of Latios being Ash's next capture was ridiculous. Though, to be fair, that would be pretty cool if Ash got the Latios and Go got Latios. Just to make quick travels across the world.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I'm already putting down the layout. Pocket Monsters 2019. Animators, writers. Just letting you guys know. Dude, I have the premise right there. Let Go catch Latios. Let Ash catch Latias. Let them use the Mega Evolutions to jet them from one side of the region to the other. Boom. You got yourself a solid premise right there already with that. We were originally going to do that with Lugia, but instead of Lugia, let's go do with Latios and Latias this time. Yeah. Only just so that way Ash can get Latias and Go could collect his Pokedex data. Goes Darmanitan versus Ash's Galarian Darmanitan. That would be pretty cool, though. I'm not going to lie about that. All right, so that's all I gotta say. That
will be a nice premise. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But
so
we wasted a good amount of time on this.
Yeah, and also, I mean, good choice though. Good choice, by the way, of Necrozma. I wouldn't have seen that from. No, you really? Aw. Yeah, no. Listen, man. At this point, if Ash caught a Gengar or Dragonite in less than 20 episodes on the new series, I mean, anything's kind of put on the table at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if Ash gets Mewtwo.
Well, you're not wrong, considering the fact that Ash did own 2 legendary Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Yeah, with
and it can still happen.
Melmetal. I mean, there was also, what was it? Poipo's Evolution, Naganadel. And then, of course, his family owning Shaman, Salvali, to name a few.
Yeah, pretty much.
Magirna. So, yeah, anything's possible on the table, man. I'm looking forward to it. But now then, let's go and finally review our good boys. What do you say, buddy?
All right, yeah, let's finally get to the main dash.
All right, so we have a lot to catch up on, a lot of anime, and I once again probably gonna bring this up, saying that we're probably not gonna be able to tackle all of it, sadly. Only just because we had a lot of fun talking about a lot of the anime coming out really soon in the future, anyway.
Mm-hmm. But, well, I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind seeing for like 15 minutes to 30 minutes, like the usual podcast time.
Yeah.
Like,
but I feel like for now, I just want to mainly focus on Ishizuka reviewers, only because it's been 3 episodes, and then maybe whenever we can get a chance to do more, we'll probably start breaking down the other anime. Of like the Science Fell in Love one, and what else was there? I think it was just those 2 from this season, honestly, that we've been enjoying much more.
No, yeah.
I know we had Hanako-kun. Which one?
Seton Academy.
Seton Academy as well. I've been enjoying it too. I just feel like those are a little more on the slice of life side. If you aren't a big fan of those kind of things, that might kind of throw you off. But to me personally, I've enjoyed them. So.
But to us, at least, our main focus is, well, a lot of people are hentai.
Yes.
It's literally hentai.
Hentai the anime, man. Who wouldn't love that, right? Who doesn't love some good quality content on a bunch of dudes going to various brothels across the nation and just talking about, brothels and just figuring out if they're good to go to or not. So we've had, I believe, 3 weeks worth of that content, I want to say.
Yeah.
All right,
3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think it's probably right around that point. So let me go ahead and grab real quick the episode counts and everything here. So I hope you do not mind waiting on that.
No, go ahead because I also need to refresh myself as to
Yeah,
what
because there were
occurred
a lot
since
of
we last did our
episodes. I,
podcast.
I want to make sure I got everything out for this one. Because I know we recently got the recent episode, which, by the way, good. Just say
Let's
this is
see.
pretty good. I didn't get a chance to see the uncensored version, sadly, but I saw the censored one because I think at the time the uncensored one wasn't fully translated yet.
So we're on episode 6.
Okay, episode
It's what
6.
we haven't talked about yet.
Oh my God! Is that the one about the golem?
The golem, yes, the golem, and of course, the penguin at the second half of the episode.
Was it? No. The penguin was episode 7, I think.
No, wait, 7? Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's,
Yeah, because the only thing I remember from this episode, honestly, was the golem bit. No, the golem bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I remember what happened. So, we go from the golem bit on the first half to the, to the public or brothel.
Is that the one with the lights?
The lights, yeah.
Oh my God, that shit was so weird. Okay, but let's
go ahead.
Let's go and talk about the golem bit because, of course, after these boys have been reviewing various brothels, Maidri comes out, which, by the way, best girl, just saying, from this season. I've just been really loving her. She's really becoming one of my favorite girls from this show.
You and I both, my boy.
All right, good. We all love them chuppies, I guess you could call them. But Maidri, she's like, listen, if you guys don't want to do anything, why don't you guys just, go over to the golems and make one yourself, right? And
no, it's like, precisely, really, the boys don't know where to go to, right? And maybe just suggest, well, okay, I'll tell you this. Whichever species walks into the bar, you're going to go to the brothel that promotes that species. And then it comes this huge ass golem.
Who, by the way, never showed up before. He just coincidentally showed up at this exact moment. It was a giant ass golem. And everybody was freaking out like no.
Oh, fuck. And then Maidri was just having herself a good laugh out of that.
Yeah, because she thought she won this fight. And boy, does she not know what was coming. Literally. Because what happened soon after is that the boys actually do go to the golem thing. And there they discover that literally you can build your character. You can build
it's literally a Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, it's literally Build-A-Bear, but like the Loot edition where it's like you can check her hips, her hands, her breasts, her head, her hair, everything.
Her
personality. Yeah. Like they have like these little, they even have like these little flesh things that you attach to them too. And I'm like, bro, I didn't need to see that, but like, okay, that's good to know, I guess. And yeah, the personality orbs, it's like you give it to them and that's what they're going to turn into, personality wise. So at that point, everybody was trying to build their own kind of, character. And then suddenly out of nowhere, this absolute mad lad decides to come up and is like, he's like, you know what? I have an idea. And let me show it to you right here. And that was basically a model of Maidri via the golem's design. And I'm like, did this man knew everything to... He did everything to a T. Her hips, her breasts, her legs, her wings, everything looked like Maidri, except it is done via a golem, format. So, given everybody else was trying their best to create their design, it failed tremendously. But this man with the Maidri design is like, hey, listen, if you can't come up with anything, I could just create Maidri golems for all of you guys. And Krem was like, look, we can't do that. No, that's so unfair. And then I believe it was Stonks is like, but don't you want to see her? And Krem was like, fine, give it to me. Suddenly the next day.
The next day, man, was Maidri not happy about what they did.
Okay, but the thing that was so funny was that Maidri had no idea as to why they had a good time until Krem came up and was like, I'm sorry. And then Maitri put all the pieces together, and she walloped these men in the face. They straight up died. Like, they mentioned they wanted to go to heaven. Nah, their asses went straight to hell after what they did in this episode.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because all of them were not reviewing golems, they were also reviewing Maitri too. And I was
So,
like,
like,
oh my god.
yeah, so it's like you can't really tell what they're actually reviewing, you know? So it's like, is it a Mayday review or a Golem review? But nonetheless, Mayday wasn't having it.
And it was so great, man. Because, like, at the very end, the only thing you hear was nothing but a masculine choopy, like, in the background. The choopy that was heard around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good lord, I loved it so much. That was a really funny episode. Now, of course, there was the light episode, the light bit, which I didn't find as humorous as the golem bit, but it was still pretty good nonetheless, though.
It was just very awkward.
Yeah, because it's like you followed up with the with what you did with Maitri to this, and it's like that was such an odd shift. But okay, I'll take it, I guess. It was still pretty good though, because everybody was covered up. There was really no need of censorship whatsoever, because they were literally being censored. Although it did hurt the eyes.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you don't like that sort of stuff, just focus on the Maitri bit. Don't worry about the light stuff and whatnot. Although it was nice getting a bit of a recap of all the girls we've seen throughout the episodes in the finale during like the little montage they had with everybody being all brightened up with the light. So I thought that was cute. Which is so weird to say on an anime that's full on harem and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I absolutely enjoyed that episode. The
Oh,
Maitri
yeah,
bit
it
though
wasn't
was
too
pretty
bad.
good. Yeah, the Maitri bit was great.
Yeah.
All right.
And now on to episode 7.
Okay, this is the one you're talking about the eggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, sorry, I'll let you speak.
No, I was
Sorry,
just
go
saying.
ahead.
Okay, that was all.
Oh, I will say that out of all the episodes so far, episode 7 had to be the weakest one, unfortunately, in my books.
Yeah, if you aren't into that fetish, this episode's not going to be for you. That's just the reality of it. This episode was like, the character designs were so odd. I felt so just even tried to talk about them. I feel like I'm about to vomit just because of their character designs. It was like, oh, it's so bad. It's like we had the owl girl, the lizard woman, the crocodile lady, the penguin girl. Oh my god,
it's all weird. Yeah, and then the only ones who are joining that are obviously
the snakes and the mermaid.
The snakes and the mermaid. Yeah.
Okay, that mermaid bit was so disgusting though.
Yeah, that was.
Okay, just to clarify, in case you didn't see the episode, what happens is they got a little too hot with what's going on, that they kind of just killed themselves in a way in their own pool, because they busted a nut in there basically.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm sorry. I really did not like this episode. This episode was the weakest one to me. Like I mentioned, if you're not into that sort of thing, you're not gonna enjoy it. Hell, even Maidri's bit wasn't even as enjoyable as one would think it'd be. But
yeah, it's basically like pretty much explaining periods.
Yeah.
That's
animals.
What this episode, for animals. Yeah, that's what this episode's pretty much about. Which, not to mention that there wasn't really anything funny about this episode that made me laugh, which is what this anime is known for. But unfortunately, it didn't really deliver for episode 7.
Yeah, this one was the weakest one for me, sadly. There was one bit that I did enjoy from this episode, though.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I believe this was the episode where they did the poll. For, like, the best girls.
The poll at the end bit. Yeah, I know what you're referring to.
That was the best part about this episode. To me, personally.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. As long as my Cyclops girl made it out to the top 5, I was pretty happy about
That
that.
threw me off because I thought she would have been the weak one.
Mm-hmm.
But like she turned out to actually be top 4, and I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. Although I did like that one of my favorite girls, the fairy girl. I believe she was number 1.
Oh yeah, she was number 1. Yeah.
Dude, I was happy about that. I don't know why, but she being number 1, hell to the goddamn yes. And then of course there was the MVP. There was the girl who never made it on the poll, but that's because she is the MVP of it all.
Oh yeah, man. Well, yeah, of course, the old hag has to be the number 1.
Yeah, the true
ranking.
number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so overall, the weakest episode.
But that was
from
the only
this
good
series.
thing out of it.
Yeah, that was the only good thing about this episode. It was the poll. I love seeing all the girls again. But outside of that, though, I felt like I was about to vomit just talking about the Penguin Girl. So I'm just going to move on into the next thing, man. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry, but like...
Nothing good out of this, really, other than that.
Yeah, it's nasty. Oh, God. Once again, you listen, if that's your kink, I'm not shaming you. Enjoy what you enjoy. I have my things I enjoy. You have your things to enjoy. Go enjoy them. But please... understand, never bring me to that shit, okay? Or ever show me that shit. I don't need to, but you can go have fun.
It gets a 0 out of 10 in my review.
I'd still give it a 3.
Ever bring me to something like
I give it a 3 only just because Maidri had made 3. That's all.
Oh, right.
And also the poll. That was it. The poll was the only bit.
And the no, I was referring to the the egg bit.
Like, okay, if we're just talking about the egg bit, yeah, that shit can go straight up to a 1. Oh man. Okay, so let's talk about this week's episode. Well, not this week's. I'm sorry, last week's episode.
Last week's episode, yeah, which thankfully redeemed itself.
Oh, dude. Okay, let's talk about one of my favorite girls from this episode. I believe it was a centaur, if I'm correct.
The centaur? Oh, yeah. Okay, I just remember how the episode started off now. Because I was having a hard time how it started off, but yes, the centaur.
Okay, so...
10 out of 10 acting, by the way.
So, the first half of this episode mainly focused in regards to role-playing and how they tried to handle role-playing in brothels, I guess you could say. I thought that was a really cool premise, so if you're, like, in a big fan of role-play kind of content... this one is going to definitely get to you. And I really, really enjoyed this one a lot. Until the girl showed up. The centaur showed up where everybody was really in the mood. You started seeing the main guys really going at it as well. Just like stripping off the girls and their clothing and trying to not go too far because that's the whole point of it. But then when they go to the centaur, she's like, no, please release me. Yeah, like no. And then the guy in the background, he was like, no, you're losing. It's like,
I was like, he was pissed. He
was like, you lost my immersion. It's like, you're not voice acting properly. You have to voice like this and this and this, and you, and then you like, take 2, and she's like, no, I not. It was so painful to see, and it didn't help that it also involved Krim, who wasn't into it too. But somebody,
he tried at least.
Yeah, he tried. And to be fair, one of the girls absolutely enjoyed him being this way.
And of course, it's got to be a hyena girl.
Was it a hyena or was it another character?
I don't know.
She looks like a hyena though.
It's close. It's pretty close to a hyena girl, yeah, but yeah, but given Krim's history, because you got to look at the other girls. Stunk, he likes the usual elves or of course humans. Cell went with an elf, and Conchal went with of course the women with the big boobs, right?
Yes,
that's his taste. I just assumed that was a hyena girl because of Krim's preference from this one previous episode,
Yeah, of course. And hey, listen, man, if he enjoys it, no shame on that.
Well, no shit. No. Mm-hmm.
And also she seemed to enjoy it too, so that was interesting to see. But like another thing to point out about that particular moment, they talk about the whole process of how it goes to begin with, where you guys take a shower first with the girl
Mm-hmm.
before then going into the lewd stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
that was a little odd to see for that take. I think I understand the reason as to why, given what they had to just go through with the role play stuff, so they want to
The coronavirus is going on. They're gonna stay healthy.
Shit, it even affected the brothels too? No. I don't want to see them review that.
Although I will say this though, because I didn't think this would happen, but I actually brought myself to liking that girl who wanted to be an actor previously.
Oh, yeah,
Which I
that's
thought
why
was-
she said she was like so good, but nobody would accept her, and now she's on this, and she's being accepted in all these like succubus related kind of kink content.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting that we got exposed to a little bit of some character background on some of these, on one of the girls at least,
Yeah.
because we haven't really dug into any of those girls' character in terms of the background, but to see something like that on last week's episode, I thought that was pretty cool. And hey man, like I'm just saying, she's just pretty attractive herself, okay?
Oh no one's denying that. She was great, and she did a fantastic job on that.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I just didn't think I would actually like her that much.
Yeah. Overall, I love the concept. In fact, I would not mind if there was a spin-off for these four girls trying to find various brothel themes to go through, because that's the whole premise. They're trying to role play, so they always change up every single now and then. So I like that idea. I would not mind seeing a spin-off show of those four girls just try to think up of new concepts to do for the future, especially if we're going to talk about the centaur girl, because I love the bit when she gets hit by fake candle lights. So she's supposed to like be in pain, but she's like, ow, the pain, ow. And the guy's like, no, be more immersive, use your animal instinct. And she's like, moo. He enjoyed
Yeah, that's what I like it. Move for me louder, woman. That bit was pretty good.
That shit had me great.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That was a really good introduction to the episode.
Yeah. And it doesn't stop there
man.
for quality content for this episode, too, because the following bit that they had was also great, which is the succubus
was that
tower.
something? Yeah.
Okay, cool thing, though, I really love the premise they went with this one, where it's like the succubus tower is like this giant tower, and there are all these girls there. But the interesting bit about it was that these girls can shapeshift to what you would want from them. Like, you could be super specific with what you want, and you are guaranteed to get a girl that's going to be just like that, because they can shapeshift to fit with your imagination.
Yep.
And I love
Yeah,
that.
I thought that was pretty interesting too. And I thought to myself, I thought to myself, like, it's kind of surprising that these guys haven't heard about this brothel up until now. You wonder, like Krim mentioned, why don't they come here as often? And then that's when you get to realize just who these girls are. The true nature behind these species. Because let me tell you something, they can really suck you dry. Really dry.
Boy, okay, let's talk about the one thing, man. The Krim mayo.
The cream, yeah. Because of course, man, you can't show the actual ding. I mean, I know it's hentai, but I suppose hentai has. Okay, I say that's a limit for a heavy rated R anime, so to say. And man, the fucking bottle. as a way to imitate Krim's
Yeah,
organ of love.
the lingling. Yeah, I wish I had like the
Yeah.
sound effect to like hit the bell and be like ding whenever you're gonna actually say it.
Yeah.
But man, I love that at the very end you see the bottle wasted. Not Krim being wasted. No, it's the bottle that's wasted. So I really enjoyed that bit. But yes, unfortunately it comes with a heavy toll on you. If you can't handle it, you are going to suffer. And it shows. But it's good though. Just know what you're getting into. Just saying.
Yeah. But man, I think it says something about not being able to do it again for like the next 10 years because they were really that dry
Yeah.
from that brothel. Like, goddamn. Like,
it's like a
Yeah,
once
like
a
you
year
said,
kind of thing. You have to
it's like-
recharge a full year just to go back in there.
yeah, I'm just saying, if you guys want to do fine on your first 10 days of November, you had to stop by there.
Go there October 31st. Just so the next month you are just clean.
Yeah, just make sure you beat the happy hour. Before before November hits.
Ah shit, you gotta reserve. Damn. Although to be fair, that is a good idea to save not November. Oh god. Oh man.
But overall, it was a really good episode. I'm glad they followed it up with a good episode after, episode 7, which again wasn't really the greatest of episodes. But I still haven't seen this week's episode, unfortunately. I know you haven't either, KG, but once we do hit up another anime pod, we'll definitely talk about it.
All right.
When time is appropriate.
Yeah, I unfortunately saw the censored version. I have yet to see the uncensored version, so therefore I can't really give a full review on it because I need to see the full thing.
So the censorship matters, huh?
Yes.
All right, well, everyone has their taste.
I'm just saying, I just need to get my good quality uncensored fix, only just to make sure I can review this anime to the utmost 100%.
Yeah. It's all good, buddy.
And I'll say the censored version, like, only episode 7 was the one I made sure to not watch uncensored. Only just because of... oh, God, just talking about it. No, sincerely, folks, I shit you not. I really feel like I'm about to just, like, puke just thinking about that episode. It was so...
KG, don't worry about it. Once this pod is over, just whip yourself some boiled eggs. I'm sure that'll help.
Ah, yes, I'm gonna crack me some good ones. crack open some eggs with the good boys.
I'm gonna crack open a hot one.
You there? That's what I was trying to go for.
So.
Thank you for filling that up for me. Oh man.
Of course, buddy. Of course.
All right. So overall, this series has been my absolute favorite from this season, man. It's so good. It really is. I love the characters. I love the settings. I love the locations. I love the premise. And I couldn't ask for more, man. That's just how it is. And I hope that next week's episode will continue to deliver because they do something in this week's episode that's sort of like a build-up for what's going to happen for the next episode. So when you watch it, you will completely understand what I'm talking about. And I think you'll enjoy it too. I really do believe you'll enjoy it only because it kind of does a lot of like magician bits in this episode. And they did something in this episode that really caught me off guard, but I actually enjoyed it. Because when there's magicians, there's also that one famous word everyone seems to enjoy a lot whenever a magician casts that spell. Thanks to Konosuba, anyway.
I know exactly who you're referring to.
Yeah, so it's not the same character design-wise, but she does say a line like that, and I really enjoyed that bit. I also enjoyed that animation, too, from the censored version, so I can't wait to see it uncensored. But yeah, looking forward to what's going to come for what the future has in store for the Ishizuka reviewers, and probably whatever else that we're going to get in the new season, man.
Oh, indeed, man. Indeed. So far, these, aside from episode 7, but so far, this anime has never ceased to disappoint me.
Nah, man. Every episode has been a hit so far. And once again, like I mentioned, episode 7, if that's your kink, enjoy it. You know, I'm not saying it's disgusting. I'm not saying you're weird, which, to be fair, we're all watching this, so aren't we all weird in the end?
If there's anything that benefits you from that particular kink, it's to remind you to serve yourself something to eat if you ever get hungry. That's the only good thing out of it.
Good lord. Oh my god. So
Yeah, but
I
that's that.
yeah, I think I am pretty much done right now. I feel sick now thinking about that penguin bit again. I don't want to.
All right, so you know what? Let's go ahead and switch topics. See how much we get in for this one particular anime series.
Okay, so which one is it then, Evie, that you would like for us to talk about?
All right, KG, pull out your notebook, and let's talk about science and love.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, we never got a chance to talk about that beach episode, man. Fully.
No, we did.
But can you want to break it down? 'Cause I am, man.
Just that was probably like one of the more funniest moments of this series so far.
Hold on, let me
my
also
eyes,
get the thing as well real quick. So, the name of this anime in full is Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. As you guys already know, we've talked about this before previously in many episodes and whatnot, and we've really been enjoying a lot of the concepts that they had. You know, we've enjoyed seeing these characters try to take very generic, basic concepts and science them up. You know, like for weird moments, they would be in story and fairy tales. Next minute, they would try to create settings to fill the mood for the love meter. You know, go on dates, etc. Like there's always usually something new coming out every day with these characters. You can never not, you know, you can never not be still when you have these science crew members around, especially with that one scientist who's beefed up as hell.
Oh yeah, man. That's our macho son of this anime, by the way.
Yes. Also, just gonna say, I know, or we have a little bit of time left to talk about this, but I just want to say right now, I have one character in the show that I absolutely love so much. I absolutely adore her. The more I see her every week, the more she just absolutely is just so cute to watch. Ibarada.
Of course, it has to be your best girl.
Oh my god, that one bit when she was talking with Inokai about like maybe leaving the shift of science and then going to like another job or something like that, and then him trying to say, listen, I'm gonna try to catch up, I'm gonna try to be with you guys, you know, I'm gonna give it my absolute all so I don't fall back. And then Ibarada responds with like this the cutest of faces. I was like, bro, I love it so much. Let me see if I can actually get that face, man. That particular scene in that episode. So until then, enjoy this picture of Pipple. So let me just go and see if I can find. Okay, here we go. I got the image right here. All right, this face I'm talking about. There we go. That face. That moment right there solidified me with her being the absolute best girl in this show. She is precious, man. I absolutely 100% love her. But what about you though, Evie? Like, what to you did you enjoy about just the various episodes we got so far for Science Fell in Love? So I tried to prove it out of curiosity. Hold on a second. Do I need to leave the call and come back? Did the hiccup happen here? I think something happened because I see poor Evie has lost connection here, and it doesn't seem I lost connection. Let me see. Did I lose connection, guys? Those in the chat, do you guys still hear me well? Because I don't want to make sure I lose anything. Oh, no. I think we lost Evie, guys. I feel like we lost Evie. Yeah. Shit. We lost Evie. Hold on. Let me leave the call and come back real quick. Maybe that's what I got to do. Okay. Evie? Evie, you there? Evie? No, he's gone. He called 4.0. Listen, Donnie, how many times did I tell you? Never
All right.
Never use the call for me.
Sorry about that. Just had to take a phone call.
Oh, okay. So that's what happened. I was so caught off guard because normally I would tell when you're usually muted when you have the mute icon on you. So when you didn't, I was so lost. I was like, "Bro, where do you go? Did I disconnect?"
Oh,
You know.
yeah. Sorry about that. Like I said, I had to.
No. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about that, buddy. But I was just saying, just to kind of wrap things up then for tonight, I wanted to ask you real quick, Evie, because I know we should probably break it down a lot, but we have like, what, 6 episodes to break down for Science Fell in Love? And I feel like that deserves its own thing. But I really want to get your honest opinion now.
All right. Sorry about that.
It's all good. How have you been enjoying Science Fell in Love? So I try to prove it. Has it really been the show that you've been enjoying week after week? Has it always been like
Yes.
living up after one after the next?
Are you asking me or?
Yes.
Okay. No, dude. Like I've definitely been enjoying Science Fiction Love week by week. For me it has been one. Aside from the Interspace Reviewers anime, second place for me has to be this anime, man, because I think it's just as good. Every episode I think were great. Just the stupidity of these two scientists trying to understand love from a scientific perspective, and just a whole bunch of shenanigans and comedy that occurs within each and every episode. It's just been getting me absorbed and really invested into this anime series. So, yeah, definitely, it's definitely an anime show that I've been enjoying week by week.
Yeah, and I'm absolutely enjoying it a lot as well. And like I mentioned, I really want to break it down a lot more, but I really would love to hold that on for when we can get the opportunity to do so, because each episode like has its own theming. Like I mentioned, one episode focuses on role playing, another episode focuses on fairy tales, etc. The beach episode as well, which is probably the one I really want to tackle down the most, just because of the sheer insanity you have to do in that thing.
Yeah.
you go through. It's amazing, man. I love it. But all of them so far have been wins for me, man. I've really been enjoying this. Like, to me, this anime, if I was to rank my favorite anime from a lot of the shows we've gotten so far from this season, for this particular season, it would be Ishizuku Reviewers, Science Fell in Love, So I Try to Prove It, Seton Academy, Nekopara, and then Hanako-kun. Those are my favorite anime from top to bottom so far, for like the top 5.
Oh, okay.
Of course,
That's
in the bottoms, of course, I have other ones that I've also been enjoying as well. The Shield Girl anime, I've really been loving a lot. I just feel like I've just enjoyed the other first 5 more than that one. It's not saying that that's bad. It's just that they're just so good that it's just so hard to rank them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. If you've ever read Nekopara, you will understand why Nekopara is the way it is. Although cinnamon in that one episode had me dying my ass off, because there was a premise when they, similar to like Science Fell in Love, where they kind of go fairy tale-esque on it.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is that they try to bring all these cat girls into the fantasy world. So you have Chocolat and Vanilla, who Chocolat is supposed to be like the husband of the relationship, and then Vanilla, who comes home and who is at home, and she's like, "Hey, look, I've made food. Do you want the dinner? Do you want to have the shower first, or the typical trope, or would you rather have me? You know what I mean? That kind of trope." So I love that they had that bit, but my favorite bit had to be with Cinnamon, because every single time that they try to bring Cinnamon to a story, they always just randomly just slap her in like the most lewdest of moments, because they censored her in one of the episodes, because it's like the genie comes in and the genie's trying to grant wishes for everybody. So one of them is wishing for a big fish. And then he's like, "Okay, so what is your wish, Cinnamon?" So it's like, my wish, I guess if we're to think about it, my wish is beep. And it's like a long beep. And then Maple comes in and starts shaking Cinnamon up. It's like, what are you doing? Like, I love that so much. It was great. Oh my God, what a good episode that was. So, yeah, once again, I absolutely enjoyed that anime. But so far, I really love this season. The thing about this season was that you had to look for them. Like they aren't the ones that people are gonna recommend off the fly. You had to go and look for them.
Yeah.
So with that said, I hope people have had a chance to get a good quality time with this season of anime, and let's just hope that the next season that's coming up is gonna be just as fantastic as this one. And we're wrapping things up for the anime season of winter, which is sad to me because that also means we have to say goodbye to our boys and Nishizuka reviewers really soon.
Oh man, yeah, that is the thing. Yeah, well, unfortunately, we are coming to a close with Winter 2020, which honestly, in review, it has been a really good season. It's just a matter of,
you have to go
first,
find it.
You have to do the searching exactly. Yeah, hold on. How many episodes are we into Interspecies Reviewers?
9.
9. Okay.
So we have probably 3 episodes left.
Okay. Unfortunately for the Science Fell in Love anime, we have 1 more episode. It seems. Yeah, 12 episodes.
That hurts. So yeah, I think it'd be best if we talk about the Science Fell in Love next week, so we could get them all out at once. Then.
All right, and hey man, I'm just saying, if this particular character does something to ruin the plans, if you know who I'm referring to, I'm not gonna like that character ever.
Oh no, you know what? I'm better off probably saving my thoughts until then because I don't want to end up saying something and then realizing that never mind, it went in a completely different direction. So I'm gonna just stay quiet until that comes. But boy, if they do that sort of thing, I'ma be mad.
Yeah, we're gonna have problems.
yeah, we're gonna. You know what? It's gonna be so bad for me. I'm gonna put this down there with. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna put it down there with Isekai Cheat Magician. Nah, that's horrible there. Nah, but I would definitely lower it down though for sure in terms of my rating on it. Only just because it's like it feels so forced. If they do it. That's my thing. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes down for that. So, ready to go and wrap things up for tonight then, Evie?
Yeah, let's call it a wrap.
Alrighty. I want to thank everybody so much for being with us here tonight. I'm so happy to see around 20 viewers we had for a majority of the discussion. So that made me very happy to see. I'm very happy to see a lot of people have also been enjoying a lot of the anime talks we do as well. Of course, we're still trying our best to kind of create its own identity while still maintain a part of the PokePod World podcast. And so far, it looks like people have been enjoying it, and that makes me very happy to see. So, we'll see where things go for the future, and hopefully it'll be a bright one, wouldn't you say? And,
oh, yeah, definitely.
But know for a fact, though, with spring of 2020, with anime season, we are going to be getting good.
It's only going to get better.
Yeah, it's only going to get better, and I hope we can do better with that one because I really want to do reactions towards the Snifu. So we'll keep you guys up to date how that's going to turn out. We'll definitely talk with you guys on Monday for the continuation of the Anipod stuff with Pokemons and the Pokemon stuff and whatnot. So look forward to that and our review soon. And go on, Evie? Evie? Oh no. You cut off again. Oh, there you are. Oh, I thought I lost you. Oh, now you did lose him. Shit. All right, then. So, well, that's unfortunate. So, I guess with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go call and wrap things up for tonight. My name is KG Prestige. That buddy that has ended up leaving, unfortunately, probably due to internet glitch and whatnot, is my boy Alpha Evie. Make sure to go and follow him on social media via his tweeters and all that, so make sure to follow him there. Make sure to follow me on my Twitter account as well. Make sure to go follow us on YouTube, etc., all that stuff. Also, by the way, happy 2-year anniversary. Yay! It's actually March 8th. Do you know what that anniversary is, guys?
I do not.
Oh, it's a great anniversary, man. March 8th is a very special time of year.
No, it's not Dragalia Lost.
No. That was a 1.5 year ago. And when I say it was a great time, no, I mean it was a horrendous time. So, I'll probably tweet about it later tonight. Yeah. I'll tweet about it later, just so people can understand what I'm talking about. But it is March 8th.
All right.
It was a very sad time for me. And we'll talk about that soon later. But we're not going to leave on a sad note. We're going to leave on a happy note. So make sure to tune in once again on Monday to hear our rambles until then. So we'll talk with all of you guys later in whatever video we make. Take care, everybody. And as always, have yourself an awesome day. But before you go, though, please do me a solid, guys. Let's go and raid my boys over at the Insane Game Freak where my buddy Tyrone and TSS are at. So I'm going to go and do that. And we're going to call it wrap it a night. All right. Take care, everybody. And we'll talk with you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.